Do you consider yourself a good friend? It's okay if you don't. No judgments. I was a pretty shitty friend for the majority of my life. Or maybe you are a good friend and you have a bunch of toxic, energy sucking friends around you. Ugh. Well, that says a lot about you too, believe it or not. Our friendships teach us so much about the kind of person we are, how we're showing up in our friendships, and the kind of worth that we expect in our friendships. Yeah, I want to talk all about that in this video right now.
Be less petty with your mind, be less petty with your blame. All that petty shit.
What up, world? It's your girl, Kelly Howard. Welcome back to my channel, Be Less Petty TV, cause some shit, most shit is not that serious. And friendships can be such a challenging experience for some people. It used to be for me. I was a very toxic friend and just did not understand how I was showing up in the friendship. I wasn't aware of it at all. But before we get into all of that, make sure you subscribe to the channel, click that notification button so when I upload new videos, you get the alert. Okay, friendships. So the basic understanding of friendship is what you put into a friendship is most likely what you will get out. It is reciprocated energy. And it's so interesting to me that we put so much energy and effort in cultivating romantic relationships, but we don't do the same for our friendships a lot of the times. And those are also relationships. They have to have the same amount of care and love that our relationships do in order to be fruitful. I know that one of my biggest issues as a friend has been competition, this competitive nature of feeling like I need to be the big one in the room. And anytime I've met people who were bigger than me energetically, I always felt small. I always shrunk down to this person with these insecurities and doubts and feeling like I just got to get better. I got to get better than them and I got to beat them, and that'll prove that I'm no longer this small, shrunken person. Now, I know some of you are probably like, well, Kelly, that's not my issue with friendship. My issue is I am the friend. I'm the one that's always showing up for the party, yet they don't commit to my things. Okay, I feel you. And that is a flip side of a very similar issue. It's about knowing how your friendships continue to turn out based on how you're continuing to show up in those friendships. I knew that my friendships continued to turn toxic, or I would be in these very competitive, energy-filled relationships because that's what I was putting into those situations. You, on the other hand, or anybody that's dealing with any codependency issues or neediness issues, may have to look at that for what it is and say, oh, I'm showing up for a lot of people because maybe I want to feel needed. Maybe I want to feel liked. Maybe I want to feel wanted. Maybe I want to feel connected, when in fact, that's not the person that you should be connecting yourself to. And if it is the person you should be connecting yourself to, then you should be working on that self-worth of demanding more from that relationship, more from that friendship. And I know that I did this time and time again, where I would demand things that I wasn't given, or I would give things and not demand my worth. And it always turned out to be the same type of outcome. A toxic friendship, one that depleted my energy, and one that depleted. I put depleted and replenish in the same word. Deplenished. Is that a word? Is deplenished? Anyway, so ones that just took away, this sucked the energy out of me. And I was listening to a recording, and Oprah said, surround yourself with people who are going to fill your cup until your cup runneth over. It sat so heavy with me because, for one, I didn't surround myself with those people, but that's also because I was not that kind of person. I was not filling people cups up until it run over. I was not really showing up for the friendship. And it made sense why I didn't have those friends for me. It also made sense when COVID happened, why I didn't get a lot of text messages from certain people. And a lot of people didn't check in on me because I wasn't that kind of friend for them. COVID opened my eyes to really, really see a lot of my friendships for what they were. And I can tell which ones I gave water to, because I like to look at my friendships like plants, right? Who am I caring for, and who am I really energizing with sunlight and water and love, and who am I sitting in the corner and letting die out? And and I have to be mindful of that, because why do I care about this plant more than this plant? And by asking these questions and really evaluating our friendships for how they show up in our lives and how we show up for them can tell us a lot about our self-worth, and it can also tell us a lot about the kind of energy we're infusing in friendships. I've lost a lot of good friends, and as sad as it may have been when I lost them, it's for the better, because I've learned so much that can help me really, really cultivate healthier friendships. So yeah. But before I get out of here, I want to give a health update, because a couple people has been asking about the chronic illness video and just how I'm feeling. I am feeling wonderful. I've completely changed my diet and just how I even look at my diet. I'm no longer kind of saying, oh, this is good food and this is bad food. It's no, this is a inflammatory or this is an anti-inflammatory. Like, what is infusing me to make sure that my body is doing the best it can on a cellular level? Like deep down past all the other shit. Like, how is it really functioning to keep me alive for the next 40, 50, 60 years? So I've done that, and it's felt really, really good. I absolutely had a new lesion on my spine. The MRI came back with that. But I know it had a lot to do with my diet, and that was eye-opening for me too. And I will do a video about diet and chronic illness and how that situation really exposed to me the truth about my food habits. But that's not this video. This video is about cultivating healthy friendships, and I really hope that you got something out of knowing that friendships are reciprocal energy. It's how you show up. You know, they should be treated deeper, if not, well, not deeper, but just as important as romantic relationships. Like, they're valuable assets to our growth as people. And in order to see healthy ones, we have to infuse that same idea. And even like during COVID, this is one last tip and then I'm going to get out of here. So even during COVID, like when I felt like I wasn't being connected to, when I felt like people weren't reaching out and showing me any love or energy, I started reaching out to them. I started reaching out to the people that I felt like I had that connection with. And I was reaching out to them in a way of like, hey, just thinking about you. I love you. I miss you. I hope that you're healthy. Like, really trying to infuse that energy of wellness and growth and worth into that relationship, because if I came at it in any other direction, it wouldn't be the reciprocated energy that I'm seeking, right? So it's important to keep that in mind. What you want is what you receive when you give that same thing. So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in to Be Less Petty TV. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the notifications so you get the alerts every time I upload a video. I've been Kelly Howard. I don't know if you hear these dogs barking in the background, but this shit is throwing me way off. But I've been Kelly Howard. Make sure you tune in next week, and thank you for watching the video. Peace. What the fuck?
Be less petty with your time. Be less petty with your mind. Be less petty with your blame. All that petty shit is lame. Be less petty with your friends. Love first. Make amends. Be less petty with your life. Be less petty with your wife. Be less petty with your mom.